Hi guys, I want to do a video about market structure today and about support and resistance as they are tied together. This is the most important video for you because you have to understand this. Without this, you can't trade profitably, as this is the core for any market in the world. So, when you have any asset in the world rising, we can call it uptrend. We can have local uptrends or long-term uptrends. It can be on any time frame. So, and when we have an uptrend, you can see we are making higher high and higher low. And again, we have higher high, higher low. And again, higher high, higher low. Also, the previous high is your support now. So when you see trend like this, you are trying to buy, you are trying to enter your long position on previous high because it's support. This is absolutely crucial to understand because Bitcoin is very technical and Bitcoin always respect that rule. Not just Bitcoin, any asset in the world, but we focus on Bitcoin. So yeah, and to confirm your trend, you always want to see continuation. So you want to see the break of the high and up. You don't want to see something like it goes straight down because then the trend is not uptrending. So you always want to see breach previous high. Yeah, you will make another new high and then you will correct to your previous high and you bounce up. This is ideal uptrend. It's like textbook uptrend. We can check how it's looking like on the charts, okay, in real market conditions, because it's not looking so nice as there, but you can always identify. Okay, we can show it on today's Bitcoin chart. Let me zoom in. Okay, so today we breached some serious lows, yeah, and since then we started to make an uptrend. So, and I wanna say again, you must identify correct market structure in order to be profitable. Because if you are on the wrong side of the moves, like you say, like you expect this is the uptrend, but it's not, it's going down, then you will be buying when it's falling, so you'll be losing money because this is downtrend. But let's focus on uptrend now, okay? All right, so I just delete anything not needed. Yep. So as we can see, I'm focused on scalping, but this is working on higher time frames. But it's so important for scalpers as well, like super important. So we can see we've made the major low, and since then we started to form uptrend. So we made first high, first low, and that low didn't went down under the previous low. So since that moment, you should know you should start buying Bitcoin in any correction, because this is the start of the uptrend. Okay, and if we zoom in, we can see now. Okay, and now we can see higher high, higher low. Yeah, and again higher high, higher low. And again, and the trend continued for a while. Yeah, again higher high, higher low. Now we had some lower low, we went under that low, but it's fine because it was only one breach down, and then we went up. So yeah, that was just fake out, but the overall trend was just uptrend. Okay. Let me delete the lines. So if you know correct market structure for Bitcoin or for any asset, then you can participate in the move, and you will combine Fibonacci with market structure. So you see you have a first low, just a sec. So we have a higher high and lower low, and now you can pull your first Fibonacci lines. And you can start buying here and participate with uptrend, okay? So market structure and Fibonacci are really tied together. And if you identify the trend correctly, that's the most important thing for your trading, okay? Because we are changing those trends during the day. Like we had downtrend here, this is now uptrend. It was really nice uptrend because it lasted maybe around 10 hours, so it was okay. And now we just started to make downtrend. So you are very cautious with buying Bitcoin when you have a downtrend, and you have to look from higher time frame for entry. Because for example, this is 1 minute downtrend already. Yeah, we can see that. Okay, so you can see. Okay, high, lower low, and now we are just heading down. And now we're just heading down. It's still downtrend. You will break downtrend when I think we already starting to. Okay, so this was downtrend, but now you can see we are trying to stabilize and maybe start uptrend. Because we have low here. Here is our high, and now we have low, but the low is not following down through this for now. So this is important. This is the key. You need to identify when markets can change its structure, so you can switch from selling to buying. Yeah, for example. So you want to see something like this. When you see something like this, you will be buying. Okay, because the structure should be like this now. This will be our confirmation. This high and this low will be our confirmation. We just change trend again, and we can go up. So market, he will always show you what he thinks. And now, okay, so this was the uptrend now. And let's have a look how downtrend looks like on charts, on a textbook. Okay, so this is textbook downtrend. You have high, and now you are making lower lows and lower highs. Again, lower low, lower high, again. So your market is doing the same like uptrend, but it's going down now. You can even make trend line. Because when you have, we will discuss trend lines in another video. So this is the downtrend. If you understand uptrend, then you will easily understand downtrend. And now we can show in the market as well. Okay. Because if you don't understand what is the market structure at the moment, you will be losing money, and you will be entering position which you don't want to do it, you know, because you are on the wrong side of the market. I just want to add one last thing to the uptrend. So you can see we have 1 minute uptrend very nicely, but now we broke the uptrend and we are doing downtrend, yeah. But this was just 1 minute. From 5 minute point of view, okay, so you always need to be aware of higher time frames. From 5 minute point of view, you are doing higher. Just a sec. Okay, 5 minute, yep. So for 5 minutes, so you are doing from 5 minute point of view, you are doing higher high and now higher low, so you're going up. So even though you have a 1 minute downtrend on higher time frame, it's still looking very nice. So you need to be aware of higher time frames if you are scalping. Okay, so you know you can be buying here because this is just correction in 5 minute uptrend, yeah. Okay, and now let's have a look about downtrend. Okay, so we can see we made significant high over here. We breached that high, so it was still uptrend, yeah. It was like high, 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 low. But since then, when we zoom in, I'm showing you this example because a lot of people lost money. They were trying to buy Bitcoin, but we were in the downtrend, okay? So I would not be buying Bitcoin. I would be more inclined to sell Bitcoin, not buy. I will be buying just for a really short scalp. So since then we went down. We've made highs really, and again we are just downtrend, very strong downtrend. You could not breach even one high and change your structure. We can even zoom in because we are scalpers. I'm focusing on scalping methodology, so again lower, and you go down, and again and again, down, okay, and down. So this is this is not like textbook downtrend, but it's downtrend. So if you identify it correctly, you will be fine. So if you have big falls like this, you have to look for higher time frame and see where you could buy this local downtrend. But you will not buy this 1 minute downtrend when you are scalping, because it's downtrend. So yeah, you would be just losing money, and many people lost money because of this. For example, this nasty downtrend. And when we make big falls, the fall will end. How? It will end with the market structure change. So we made big fall, another lower high, another low, and since then we can see stabilization. So you could start thinking this might be it, the downtrend is ending, and you will be looking for longs. And your thinking was right, because since then we started to. Okay, so this was the lowest point, and now you have higher high, higher high. This was the lower high, but never mind, it was going sideways, and now another higher high. So structure changed, and I can tell you the market went up since then. Okay. Okay, so it didn't went up, as we started to make again lower highs. So this was really this was not change of the market structure. It was only fake out. So when you see something like this, you are very cautious, because again, okay, just a sec. Again, lower high. We've made another low, and now we started to finally change microstructure. So you could be buying again. You could be buying again here. You could be buying here too, but we treat each trade as a scalp, and you take profit quickly in case the market structure change. And you are still doing higher highs. So this is really nice uptrend. Really nice uptrend. Okay, and now you see we didn't make new highs, and the trend structure is changing, as you can see, and now we are doing lower lows. So you are careful with longs again. Okay, so you have to learn this. It's not so easy to spot from first time, but when you see those significant highs and lows, you will know. You will know later in like the correct market direction. Yeah. So this was the downtrend, and now the sideways. This is the sideways. Yep. So sideways is characterized. You are in range, and you can be trading profitably until you don't break the range. You are trading it and you are selling the high and buying the lows. Again, selling the highs here and buying the lows. Selling the highs, buying the lows. Bitcoin loves the range, and the range is where most of the people lose money because they are expecting breakout out of the range. So you have like we going here and you have a lot of buyers strongly buying here because they expect breakout, but no, it was just fake and we had down thanks to them because they were buying and they are now trapped. Yeah, so we can show some nice range on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is not ranging at the moment, but it's ranging on higher time frame. So we can rarely see the range on. It's not so often when this to see Bitcoin ranging in 1 minute, but usually Bitcoin is ranging on higher time frames. So for example, on 50-minute time frame, we can see beautiful range. Upside, it's not so ranging so much. You are just selling the local highs, but the lows, for example, this line, this is the range of the Bitcoin. If you are buying on this line, like it formed here and here, so you have 2 points connected together, which is already creating you trend line, like range trend line, range line. And when we come here to third touch, it's your high probability trade to buy the range. You will not be selling the range, you will be buying because you expect to like the range to hold. We can see the reaction was not so big because it's third test, and the more you test the supports, the chance is going up it will break. So yeah, but it was still nice trade. It was a $2,000 bounce at least. Okay, and let's find out if we have some nice range conditions on 1 minute chart. Yes, we can see them maybe here. We can see the range here. Just a sec. Okay, just make it red. Okay, so Bitcoin, this was the range of the Bitcoin. It's not exact, but you are trying when you have a range, you are trying to buy the lows. So for example, here and here we didn't touch it here, but it was really far away, so but it was close, so yeah. And you can sell the tops here. Even here you have so many touches, so yeah, that the above the line it was just deviation, or you can just raise it like this. I don't trade much the range on 1 minute as a scalper. I don't see it much, like I don't see it often because the Bitcoin is trending usually even on 1 minute chart, so this is not range for me. But on higher time frames we are ranging a lot on Bitcoin. Yeah, so you just look for higher time frame to see the range for Bitcoin. Okay, so what's next? And trend change. Yes, so trend change is directly correlated to market structure. And if you see this is I already showed you today, but we can see it in textbook example. So you are coming from downtrend, you are doing lower low and lower highs, okay, you made some major low, which is usually shown on the chart with good volume and bouncing from some strong technical level, and now you make some strong impulse up and you breach this lower high, and you breach the lower high and you make higher high. So from that moment you can be like cautious, and you can see you should start looking to trend change. So you make higher high and now you expect the like another wave down to be higher than the previous low. When it's happening, then you have a trend change, and the last confirmation for you is another higher high. So I can tell you from my experience, I see that on Bitcoin very often, maybe 80% of time when we have a big drop, you are trying to see something like this. You don't buy the big drop immediately. Those people are usually losing money and burned because but you want to wait for trend change and to see market structure change. And when you see something like this, as an aggressive buyer, you can be already buying here because it could be some Fibonacci entry, or you can wait for another high, for another low in the future, and then you have like really high probability long because you just trend change the market. We can show one more example. We can show one more example today. Okay. We can show example here. So we had a big drop. Maybe I showed you already today, but why not? So we have big drop, we have high, and now we have lower low, and now we are making first high, which is still lower than this one, but when you look from this point, you can see we are making higher highs now. And now this low is not this low is higher than the previous low. So even if you don't look, maybe so you change your market structure, even temporarily, but you change your market structure because this low was significant. I'm already entering as I'm aggressive buyer, so I'm already entering when I see something like this already here, and I'm already entering here because I already can predict the market structure change. Ideally, you want to see even something like this. You want to breach those highs and then start to make a lower high. But the market was not so strong, so it didn't take them. But never mind, it was market change structure. Not a textbook one, but it was the market structure change. The textbook example was here. So again, lower, we make another low, which was the major low. Again, you can see the volume confirming was the major low, like here, and now we are starting to make up. So this is the trend change. You want to you must learn it and implement it to your trading, because without this you will be struggling a lot. Okay, and last picture we have, which is directly connected to what we are learning today, is support and resistance. So this is how all markets in the world work. They work with resistance and support, and they are always made from previous highs and lows. So market is going down in some downtrend, and it's making higher high, and now it's going down. So we know the sellers were selling hard here, so this is resistance for you. Okay, so when you return to this point, you will be watching what is happening. If it's going down, or we are going to breach it. If we breach it, then it's market structure change, and when you make another high, it's now support. So this is how market works. This is doing all the time, all the day, all days, looking for resistance and supports. This is very useful for scalpers because you can scalp these. If you have support or resistance in some, if you have confluence there with something else, then it's a really good entry for you. Okay, so you see this was support now. This is resistance again. We breach resistance. This is what is Bitcoin doing sometimes. It's not going to run through the resistance, but it's going to fight there. So we have a fight here, but we are above. And it's like support already, and then we go up. Yeah, so sometimes we don't breach it on the first time, but it's slow, like slow fight there. And now we can look at the market, and there are millions of examples of this. We can go to the past, like really to the past. Here, for example, here 20 of March. Okay, so yeah, so you have to understand it, and if you understand support and resistance and trend, like market structure, it will help you so much. It will save you so much money. Okay, so yeah, the market was going sideways and then it fall down. We had first fall down, so we can see already the market structure is in downtrend, and now we are returning up. Okay, and now what you have to do is mark this low for you, or this region. Doesn't have to be exact, but I will use the closing candle. Okay, so the reason why this is resistance, we can tell this from a psychology point of view and how market works, because you had a lot of people buying here with a lot of volume, so a lot of buyers. Okay, so when we go down, those buyers are in minus or liquidated, or they have like big loss on their accounts because they didn't expect the drop. So when you start returning from this low to that point, it's resistance for you. Okay, and those traders trapped here, they want to leave the market with zero loss or maybe small gain. So they will cause another fall down, and it's resistance. So they are causing it to be resistance. Okay, but second reason is as buyers are buying here and they are aware this is resistance, they will be taking profit on resistance. So the move down will be like accelerated because of this. So you have buyers taking profit on resistance, and you have also trapped traders leaving the market with zero loss. Okay, so this is very probable resistance for you. So yeah, this is how it works. And let's see, now we have a okay, so we have a higher high, higher low, and again we are trending down. So we are still in the downtrend, and you will be marking again those lows here, here. Okay, so yeah, this is I will just move it a bit up. So yeah, this was your resistance. When you fall down through the resistance, it's happening to, it's going to be resistance, but it didn't work as resistance. Okay, so this was the swing failure pattern. You will be learning this. You will be learning swing failure pattern in a next video. So yeah, this was not a resistance, it was breached, but as we can see in later on, that low, we again felt through the support, And now when we are back testing it, it's resistance. So when you see something like this in a downtrend, this is your confirmation you are in downtrend, because when you cannot go above these lines and make higher high, and you are stopping there, that's your confirmation of downtrend. Okay. So we can delete this line. So we made another low here. Okay, so this was your another low. We again fall down. Okay, we are bouncing, and now we are approaching this area, because it doesn't have to be like precise, it's region. So all this region, you have again trapped longs here. We are going to that area, and now it's again resistance. So when you see something like this, you are not trying to buy Bitcoin, because you are in downtrend and you are respecting all previous lows are resistance. So until you see change in that, you will not go against the market. So always monitor this, it's so important. Okay, so I think that's all, and I hope I explained it well. And yeah, I really hope it will be useful for you. And yes, if you have any questions, just write me. We will be, I apply this method every day, because you need to know market structure. So yeah, in the last few days we had just downtrends, and then we have like local uptrends. And now the Bitcoin is not in a trend, it's going sideways. So now we can see the sideways. It's like a little sideways range, but we can expect something like this. So thank you for listening, and see you at the next video. Bye bye.